Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty wild in gaming. The instant success of Rematch, this new competitive soccer game.
Yeah, it's quite the story.
Our source is a great piece from GameSpot, always good for tracking these trends. And our mission, really, is to figure out why this game blew up,
Yeah.
especially, coming from Sloclap, the Sifu developers.
Right, and blew up is almost an understatement here. The launch numbers are just
Wow.
wow, especially for a completely new IP in a genre dominated by giants.
Okay, so let's get into those numbers. The big one, over 1 million people played Rematch on day one, June 20th. That's just massive. And that figure covers both people buying it and playing through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, right?
Exactly. It's a huge pool of players right off the bat. Sloclap even posted on X about it. Thanking players, but also, crucially, promising they're going to keep working on it, making improvements. That's key for multiplayer longevity.
Definitely need that commitment. And we have more data to back this up, too.
Yeah.
Like SteamDB, the analytics site, showed Rematch peaked at 92,841 concurrent players just on Steam. That was June 19th.
92,000 on Steam alone.
Yeah. And even when the article was written, over 54,000 were still playing. Now, put that next to, say, Remedy's FBC, Firebreak, good game, but SteamDB shows its peak concurrents were like under 2,000, just 1,992.
Wow. Okay. That comparison really, it puts Rematch's launch into perspective, doesn't it? It clearly hit a nerve, found a really wide audience almost immediately.
So what is this game? We know the developer, Sloclap. They give us Sifu, which everyone agrees had incredible animation and combat feel.
And Rematch is a 5v5 competitive soccer game. But, and this is important, it's not a simulation like EA Sports FC. It's described as having like flashier arcade-inspired soccer action. It deliberately avoids that sim gameplay.
Okay. And I bet you can see that slow clap animation skill carrying over, right? The Sifu magic, making it look cool, feel responsive. Does that arcade style plus the animation explain it?
I think that's a huge part of it, yeah. It's not just that it looks good, though. It's how that visual flair serves the arcade gameplay. They clearly leveraged what they learned from Sifu about impactful, fluid movement and applied it to soccer. It makes the arcade style feel really polished and satisfying.
So it feels good to play and looks exciting.
Exactly. It's immediately fun, visually spectacular. It seems they tapped into a desire for that kind of experience, maybe away from the really complex sims.
And players seem to agree, mostly. It's got a mostly positive on Steam, right?
Yeah.
Over 7,000 reviews already. And Metacritic aggregate score is 76.
Oh,
Pretty respectable.
very solid start. And it's accessible, too. PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S Plus. Being on Game Pass Ultimate Day 1 definitely helped juice those initial player numbers we talked about. But you can also just buy it for $30.
Okay, so let's try and tie this all together. We've got Sloclap's reputation for quality, especially animation. We've got the massive global appeal of soccer itself. And then this specific choice. Go arcade, make it flashy, make it accessible. Don't try to be the simulation king.
Yeah, I think that's the formula that worked here. It's a refreshing take. Fun, different. It's not that surprising it did well when you consider how popular soccer is, but the scale of day one success points to that specific approach resonating.
So the blend really clicked. Proven skill, arcade fun, smart platform strategy with Game Pass, and tapping into that worldwide love for the sport created a real day one moment.
Exactly. And it leaves us with a really interesting thought, something for you listening to chew on. Does this huge success for Rematch signal something bigger? Does it suggest that maybe breaking away from hardcore simulation, particularly in these huge sports genres, is actually the new way to pull in millions of players?
Is arcade the new mainstream for sports games? A provocative question indeed. Something to think about.